How about some motivational quotes from Skinny Talk to keep
Welcome
us?
back to my YouTube channel. So basically in today's video, we're talking about being skinny is not just about looks. It's about discipline, confidence, and control over your life. It's about choosing yourself every single day. People might roll their eyes when they hear skinny talk, but the truth is, taking care of your body is one of the biggest form of self-respect. So I've put the videos together so that you watch. I'll be back sharing my true sense.
How about some motivational quotes from Skinny Talk to keep us in check? Starting off strong with number one, your appetite is big, just like your big ass back. Okay. Number two, you're not ugly, you're just fat. Number three, I hope that 1 minute of enjoying sweets is worth being fat all summer. Okay. And number four, we're not going to sugarcoat it because your fat ass is going to want to eat that too. Goddamn.
The reason habits are so hard to change is because the person you're trying to change is constantly arguing with the person you're trying to become. The devil and the angel on your shoulder, one is telling you what you could have, what you could be, and the other is telling you why you're not worthy or you're incapable of doing it. Luckily for you, what you choose today in your action will determine whose voice or argument is louder tomorrow. That's how one bad day can spiral into a whole bad month. Because when you choose to be the person you're trying to change, their argument is going to get louder and louder and louder. And then it's like digging yourself a hole. The deeper you dig, the harder it's going to be to dig yourself out. Forget about yesterday. Let yesterday be yesterday. Decide who you're going to be today, because it's going to make it that much easier tomorrow. This is what we call building momentum, because the more evidence we have to back the identity, the easier it's going to be. It's only hard in the beginning because you're arguing so hard with the person you're trying to change. But the more and more you choose to be the person you're trying to be, the easier it will be, because the more evidence you have. So who are you going to be today? Who are you going to be? Are you going to be that same person you've been trying to change for years? Or are you finally going to choose to be the person that you want to become? Decide today who you're going to be and who your actions are going to reflect to make it easier or harder for yourself tomorrow. I choose skinny baddie, so I don't know.
Please always remember that the more that you give yourself, the more other people will give you. When you start taking control of your life, losing weight, going to the gym, eating better, drinking water, just doing things that are good for your body, weight loss is so much more than just being in a thinner body. So much more than that, I promise you. The things that have happened to me since I've lost 80 pounds, ridiculous, okay? People treat me so much different, and people will start to treat you so much different. As shitty as it is, it's the truth. People treat people who respect themselves and show that they respect their bodies differently. It's just what happens. It's the way that it is. 99% of this country does not go to the gym every day. 99% of this country does not eat healthy. So if you are at that top percent, you are going to be looked at differently.
I've lost 120 pounds and I do like skinny motivation. Here was what I was thinking about is I don't want to hide in photos anymore. I actually want to take photos. I want to capture the memories. I actually used to hate taking photos when I was 120 pounds heavier, and now I'm kind of sad because I just like hated the way I looked, and I just like felt like I was a fish out of water, like I didn't even recognize me at all, and so I would never take photos. But now I always want to take photos, which is kind of nice. And so I guess it's not really a skinny motivation, I don't know, but like just like I gotta take more photos. I feel more comfortable with how I'm looking, even if there are days where I'm having body dysmorphia or whatever, like everyone has that. But I actually want to take photos, even if I don't look my best, even if I'm not in the cutest outfit, because I love to remember. I am sad that I wasn't like this when I was bigger, but I do know, myself included, but a ton of other people, friends, family, all of that, who never want to take photos or who want the angle a certain way and they want it this and they gotta suck it in. And I'm just like, I just stand there now, and it's kind of nice. I don't know, this is a really long-winded answer, but it's just nice to like take photos and not look at the photo after and be like, because when you're big, you're big, right? And like, you don't really want a reminder. But then now that you're thin, like now that I'm thinner, like I kind of like want to look back because I love to share photos, but I don't know.
Guys, let's be real. Happiness is skinny, is health, is fit, is thin. You can get all the cosmetic procedure. You can get the perfect nails. You can change your hairstyle 100 times. You can make your face full of Botox. But if you are not fit, if you're not skinny, you're never gonna feel completely beautiful. I know this is a hard pill to swallow, but get fit and come back here and tell me if you don't have completely different life experience. It's so different. It's gonna feel like you have different social security. And all those people who try to romanticize being overweight, obese, they probably try losing weight as well. And if you believe them, and you're gonna be the one to stay there big and unhappy. Your body, it's your house, is a template where you live 24/7. And it's the place where you're gonna be until your last breath.
If I'm being so for real right now, I feel like a better person now that I'm thinner. I don't think your weight defines your worth, but for some reason, deep inside me is the girl that always wanted to be thin and never thought that I would get over binge eating. And there's gonna be people that feel really triggered by this. And guess what? But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am not responsible for your triggers. No one is. You don't like a video, you scroll, okay? That's what I do. Do you think I sit there and I see food mukbangs? I'm like, wow, this is really triggering. No, I go about my days differently. I feel better. I feel healthier. I feel lighter on my feet. I feel good. I'm kinder. I'm less angry at the world. And it's because I'm not victimizing myself all day long. When I actively went out of my way to practice self-love is when it was just not authentic. And one more thing, and this is the most important. If you're following all the skinny talk girls and you're feeling good about yourself, you're losing weight, you're feeling confident, you better take that good energy and you put it back in the world. Just because you're looking good on the outside doesn't mean deep down you are a good person.
You say you don't have time to walk? Show me how much time you spend on your phone. I'm literally rushing and I've got like 30 minutes until I have to go pick up my son from kinder. I've done shopping, I've cleaned the house, I've done a couple of TikTok videos, I've done my makeup. I freaking have lashes on. So don't tell me that you don't have time, okay? Instead of sitting down and drinking my coffee, which I wanted to do, I grabbed my phone, I grabbed my headphones, and I'm out here walking. Do you know why? Because I don't. But I'm also learning that you cannot, just do it.
I'm going to tell you 3 things that helped me lose over 100 pounds. I started a weight loss and health journey back in 2019. Whenever I would hear women share their weight loss story, their success story, I would always say that could never be me. And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. Now I need to make this quick because it's starting to rain and I'm about a mile from my house. I had to rewire my brain and really think of food as fuel and not for pleasure. And number 2, I knew that I had some underlying issues because despite always trying to lose weight, I would a little bit, but would plateau and it just not be sustainable. Making sure you don't have insulin resistance, metabolic dysfunction, hormone imbalances, etc. And you're not gonna feel motivated every day. It's discipline over motivation. And I would put that on Post-its all around my house. I would write it with a marker on my mirrors. And until I realize that it's discipline that is gonna get me where I need to, that's when the change really happened. But it starts here. Rain or shine, keep working on your goals.
Don't give up. You deserve experience being skinny. You deserve experience the beauty skinny privilege in life. You deserve that. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to sit down and don't feel like it's a bunch of tire and you'll be out. You deserve to, do this and don't have a double chin. You deserve that. You deserve to put on any outfit and look absolutely beautiful. Doesn't matter if it's expensive, if it's cheap, if it's short. Because when a overweight person put a short outfit, look vulgar. But when you're skinny, it doesn't. You deserve to feel younger. Yeah, when you're skinny, you're gonna look younger.
If you need some skinny motivation today, I'm going to be the one to give it to you. Pretend you have a tropical vacation coming up next week. Do you want to be the girl in cover-ups and excuses? Or the one that's glowing, snatched, and unbothered? Because every skipped walk, every mindless bite, every screw it moment, it's costing you the version of you that turns heads at the baggage claim. Imagine feeling confident on the beach. Imagine loving every single photo. Imagine people thinking to themselves, wow, she looks amazing. You don't need another glass of wine. You don't need that piece of bread out of the free bread basket. It's not free if it's costing you your goals. You need water, a walk, and a little more self-respect. Because food isn't a reward. We are not dogs. Confidence is the real reward. Impulse control, that's the new luxury. You don't need balance. You need standards. You don't need a treat. You need to lock in. Looking kind of good isn't the goal. We're going for main character energy. You need to be the star of your life. Discipline is the hot girl formula. Hot is earned in the details. What you eat, how you move, and what you don't give into. Food isn't the main character. You are. Confidence is built, not bought. You can eat like everybody else, or you can be the inspiration.
You run to get food the moment your stomach starts growling. I can't with you. I hope you're ready, bitch, because I'm about to give it to you. The fact that your biggest problem is that damn fupa in your pants, what a blessing. He created the sun, the moons, and the stars and the waters in 7 days, and you can't walk for 20 minutes a day? Embarrassing. You don't need some fucking motivation. You need some damn self-respect. And to that, let's sprinkle a little bit of gratitude.
To be skinny, there's 2 tips that Skinny Talk on TikTok have gave to me and that actually work until now. One of them was drink like green tea every morning. I am still trying this one, but I think it's like being good, especially because it motivates me a lot and it's like something so soft, and I feel like the coffee in my stomach is like better because I'm not able to give up coffee, not at all. I know that it's bad for the gut health and everything, but my go-to is coffee. And the second thing is definitely eat eggs. Both tips I got from Skinny Talk for like very beautiful, gorgeous skinny girls that like share their experience. And the egg thing is like every time that you're hungry and you're able to, if you're like a little bit nauseous and everything, you're not gonna be able to do that, but you just eat an egg first if you're hungry, and then you actually like stop and think like, I'm hungry and I need a meal. Because if you eat the egg and like you a little bit hungry, you probably need a meal, so just cook yourself a meal and do everything. But because it's easier and better if you go in whole foods at home. But if you're like eat an egg and it's like, I'm more than okay, you're just bored and you know you're just like your body is used to put food on, or you're kind of like, I'm starving, but actually you're just bored. So that's my 2 tips. Please leave yours in the comments because let's share, let's help each other, because that has been hard for me.
You know what you never will catch me doing? Asking a naturally skinny person, a person that never went through like a weight loss journey, what they eat in a day. Because they're probably not gonna tell you the truth. Definitely have observed skinny people and how they eat, and it pretty much goes like this. And I'm like, okay, like what do you eat in a day to maintain your physique, you know? And they're probably gonna be like, oh, I eat a lot. I'm always so hungry. I eat a lot of food. Like I just love food so much. I'm like, okay. I was fortunate enough to spend a day with someone that's like naturally skinny. Breakfast, they'll have a little bit of coffee, not a whole latte, absolutely not. Maybe like take a couple bites of egg or whatever they're having for breakfast. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're just not a breakfast person. So lunch rolls around, I'm like, okay, like they're probably hungry. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm so hungry. Like I want to eat so much food. So I'm like, okay, like they're gonna eat, you know? So they order a sandwich, they order a salad, take a couple bites of the sandwich, we keep talking, you know, towards the end of the meal, we're like paying for our check. They only took 3 bites of the sandwich, but they're so full. And you know what, they'll blame it on, they'll be like, oh, I was so hungry, like it just ruined my appetite, you know, like when you get over hungry. I just like, I don't really want to eat. Time goes by and I'm like, okay, for dinner, like they're gonna eat, you know, like this is the time. Have like some steak, salad, some potatoes. Again, a little tiny bites, like a little bit there, a little bit there. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you are not overeating. Stomach is probably like nay big, so you think you're overeating because you'll take a couple of bites and you feel so full. But that's the thing, that's how skinny people maintain their physique. They don't eat huge meals. They're very good at controlling their portions. They have a lot of self-will. They're not gonna eat huge meals. I know what overeating is. I come from a Slavic background. Like when we would have parties, like you have 7 salads, 4 kinds of meat, potatoes, plov, like you are eating. Oh, and that's not it. Like after you have a heaping bowl of food, you're gonna have to try all 3 cakes that mom made. You're gonna have to try the jello cups that auntie made. And then, oh, to finish off strong, just like to be healthy, you're gonna eat all the fruit that they piled. Like that is overeating. But
people are so used to being comfortable that when they see somebody being uncomfortable, making sacrifices in order to achieve their goals, it's almost like offensive. It's triggering. It's, I don't know, whatever you want it to be. I'm on Skinny Talk now, and I realize that a lot of people really don't understand the sacrifices that it takes in order to achieve certain goals, especially when it comes to fitness. But I think that it's like across the board, is even with my videos, like the, you know, my 5 a.m. morning vlogs, I get comments all the time of people who are like, oh, like you don't need to do this. Like if this doesn't make you happy, don't do it. And just like all this stuff, which I totally agree with. You do not need to be a 5 a.m. mom or 5 a.m. girl to be happy or to be productive or to be a hot mom. Like you don't need to do anything that I am sharing. Obviously I share it because those things have helped me personally. But if those things don't make you happy, then that's great. And like, don't do them. But take a real honest look, be for real with yourself, and be super honest with yourself. Are you genuinely happy with the life that you have? Because a lot of the time, those people that are offended or triggered or whatever because of people's extreme habits are the same people who are depressed, who are complaining, who don't like their body. So really, if you are not satisfied with your life, maybe it's time for you to also start making some extreme changes in your life, some extreme sacrifices in your life. I can almost guarantee you, any person who is truly successful, like let's say the best of the best, there are so many sacrifices that they had to make to get where they want to be. You know that it can be a little weird to hear somebody say like, I'm not 100% full, but I feel 80% full, or I feel however percent full, and I'm gonna stop eating now and I'm gonna go, you know, on a walk or whatever. But you guys, sometimes that's what it takes in order to have the things that you want in life. I'm not saying go off and do what these people are doing. I'm just saying at least they're working towards the things that they want. And the best way that they're gonna learn and do better is by taking action. Like we're gonna try it, we're probably gonna fail, and then over time you learn what actually works for your body. But you're never gonna learn until you actually start taking action.
The Skinny Talk quotes have been actually sending me. I used to date this guy and his dad used to say this one, and I want to share with you guys because I have not yet actually heard it on Skinny Talk. And when I tell you that this was like 6-7 years ago and it is still in the back of my mind, and the quote goes, 1 minute on your lips, 5 years on your hips. Clock it. I know.
I lost 150 pounds and have successfully kept it off for 5 years. And I want to tell you some things I wish I knew before the weight loss. I have been seeing everybody talk about Skinny Talk and being on Skinny Talk, and so I thought that this would be a good time to address some things. Losing weight is so much more than just the number on the scale. It's a mental, emotional, and physical transformation. Whenever I first started my journey, I thought that weight loss would instantly bring me confidence and happiness and self-love. And here is a few things that are the reality of having a major transformation like that. You don't automatically love your body at your goal weight. I thought that once I'd hit my goal weight, I would feel confident and comfortable in my skin. And the truth of that is that body dysmorphia is real. It's been 5 years and I still sometimes see myself at 300 pounds, 280. It takes time for the mind to catch up with the physical changes, and loving yourself is an inside job. It's not a number on the scale. Weight loss alone does not fix your self-esteem. People glamorize weight loss and they don't talk about what happens after. Loose skin, stretch marks that doesn't go away. Your body is changing, and that's okay. Learning to embrace the new version of yourself with the imperfections and all is a part of the journey. I used to be a lot harder on myself because I had hit my goal weight and I still didn't look how I wanted to look because of the loose skin. And I had this idea in my mind of what I would look like once I hit 120 pounds or 130 pounds, and what I was seeing in the mirror did not reflect that. And so I thought that it wasn't good enough. It has taken many years and a lot of reality checks to understand that at 280 pounds, I would have done anything to look like I do now. And I need to appreciate the body that I'm in and all that it does for me, and treat it with love. Our relationship with food and exercise will change. Weight loss isn't just eat less and move more, it's about healing your relationship with food and the understanding that food is fuel and that we need it for our body to function at its highest capacity. I don't look at food as a reward or a punishment. I look at it as fuel for my body. I need this to get through my day. I had to really unlearn toxic diet culture and stop feeling guilty about eating foods that I love. I follow a very intuitive diet. If I am craving some ice cream, I want some ice cream, I'm gonna have it. If I just spent $50 on a meal at a restaurant, but I feel full, I'm not gonna force myself to finish it. I listen to my body. If I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm not, I stop. Exercise should not be punishment. You find workouts that make you feel strong and empowered, not just skinny. So for me, that is Pilates and yoga. I don't get much fulfillment out of lifting weights in a gym or doing HIIT workouts or whatever. I find the most fulfillment in doing Pilates and being in a setting with the girls, and we're dressing in cute matching sets, and like that's just what works for me, and you have to find what works for you as well. People will treat you differently, and it's weird. Friends, family, strangers, people notice, and some will cheer you on during the journey and some act weird. I have experienced both support and judgment. It's a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation. Not so much now because it's been 5 years, so people are very used to seeing me like this. And there's people that I've met that don't know that past version of me, which feels a little bit freeing. But not everybody will be happy for you, and it's okay. There's going to be people that are jealous or think that you're too skinny now, or you're losing too much weight, or you're too focused on it. Just block out the noise. You have to be focused on it. At that time, I had tunnel vision. It's all I thought about, basically, which looking back may not have been the most healthy way to go about it, but it worked for me. Learning and understanding that your worth was never tied to your size is so important, and confidence comes from within, not the external validation. Weight loss doesn't just fix everything. If you are already struggling or you have struggled with self-doubt, anxiety, or self-worth before, those feelings don't just disappear. In fact, in some cases they can heighten, because I know for me, prior to weight loss, I really didn't look at my body very often. I didn't think about my body very often. I wasn't shopping very often. I wasn't having to pay attention to what I looked like. And once I started the weight loss journey, I was paying a lot more attention. So a lot of my confidence and self-esteem issues heightened the more I was aware of what I looked like. You have to do the inner work. Therapy, self-care, self-love are just important as going to the gym and hitting your macros. You have to take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. You are more than your weight loss. Your story, your resilience, and your confidence are truly what matter. So if you are starting a weight loss journey, or if you are currently on one and need...
That's a video, besties. I'm just here just to add on like what I think about today's video. So in today's video, talking about skinny motivation, every girl should hear. Basically, being skinny doesn't mean starving yourself for chasing a number on the scale. It means being intentional with what you eat, how you move, and how you treat your body. It means understanding that your body is a reflection of your habits. When you feel light, you think cleaner, you move with more energy, and your confidence radiates differently. The glow that comes with discipline can't be bought, and no filter can fake it. It's a silent confidence that comes from knowing you put in the work all by yourself. Every girl should understand that being fit or skinny is not a trend, it's a lifestyle. It's not easy about pleasing anyone or trying to fit into a society beauty standard. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing a woman who decides to take her power back. When you start working on yourself, when you clean up your diet, when you choose to move your body, you're sending a message to yourself that you're done settling. You're done letting laziness or emotional eating or excuses control you. You're choosing to rise above your old habits and become the woman you always wanted to be. The moment you start to see results, it changes your entire mindset. You start walking differently, talking differently, and carrying yourself with more pride. Because deep down, you know you did that. Nobody else gave it to you. You earned it. You build that body, you build that confidence. And once you realize that, you stop apologizing for wanting to be better. You stop shrinking yourself to make others feel comfortable. You start standing taller because now you understand what it takes to feel good in your own skin. Bestie, some people will try to shame you for wanting to be skinny. They'll call you obsessed or saying you're doing too much. But that's just projection. People who are not disciplined will always criticize those who are. They mock your choices because your consistency reminds them of their own lack of effort. But that's not the problem. You have to protect your peace and stay focused on your goals. The truth is, staying fit is not easy, but neither is hating your body. So choose your heart. Choose a vision of you that wakes up with energy and walks with confidence instead of dragging through life feeling heavy and unhappy. When you decide to be the girl, the one who eats clean, works out, and carries herself with pride, everything in your life begins to shift. You attract better opportunities, you attract better people, and mostly importantly, you attract self respect. You stop letting yourself treat you like you're an option because finally you understand you're worthy. That's what skinny talk is all about. Not vanity, not perfection, but self worthy. It's about showing up as your best self and refuse to settle for anything less. So if you're listening to this right now, take it as a sign. Start today, don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start drinking your water, start walking, start choosing real food. You don't need a gym membership or expensive shakes. You just need this discipline. The first few days will be feel hard, but soon it becomes a lifestyle. You start craving the feeling of being in control more than you crave junky food. You realize how much you were holding yourself back before. Being skinny, being fit, being healthy is not just about your body. It's about your mindset. It's about waking up and saying, I'm not the same person as I was yesterday. It's about proving yourself that you can do hard things. Every step, every workout, every healthy choice is a reminder that you're becoming stronger mentally, emotionally, and physically. So don't let anyone make you feel guilty for wanting more to yourself. Remember, confidence hits differently when you have earned it. The glow from a woman who takes care of herself can't be ignored. So take care of you because you deserve to look in the mirror and love what you see. This is a reminder to stop playing small, be disciplined, be focused, and be proud of your body you built. Skinny talk is not about comparison, it's about transformation. So girls, stay committed, stay consistent, stay confident, and remember the best revenge is looking and feeling amazing. You're not doing this for them, you're doing this for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.